What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. And I know I said I wasn't going to do a video for a little while we move. As you see, the house is full of boxes and we're about 9 days away from leaving Florida. Right now it's 6:11 a.m. on June 6th. We move on the 15th. So we are full on, packed the house. We're almost unpacking. Within a week, we'll be having the truck and we'll be getting all that ready to go. And come the 15th, we are out. Everything is good with the house. We have a place, we got the loan, we got everything we need, so we're good to go. So why am I making this video if we have so much work to do in regards to the move? Well, I was sitting at my computer the other day, watching the computer screen, watching some YouTube videos, and my boy Hayden sent me an Instagram message. Now, you remember Hayden from the Chattanooga video. We did a collab on his channel. He was in my video for a few minutes, maybe for a few seconds. But we did a whole, training like an Ironman for a day. And then he did the observing Ironman Chattanooga videos where he got to watch and support me running my Ironman. He sent me a message that he's thinking about signing up for Ironman Chattanooga. Cool. Influence, right? The questions were, where does he start? There's so many things that you have to think about when trying to race an Ironman that he didn't know where to start. So he asked me a bunch of questions and he said, you know what? Why not make a top, a 5-tip video for people who are thinking about signing up for Ironman? Because that would probably be useful. This way, he could get his questions answered, and maybe I can answer some of your questions too. So, it's almost 6:15. I'm gonna get ready to go for this quick 30 to 35 minute run. And while I'm running, I'll answer the first questions. Now, there were 4 legit questions that he asked, so I'm gonna go answer them throughout the day. Hopefully I'll be able to answer one of them while I'm doing it live. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start this run. I really don't want to, but I'm not really feeling it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's the off season and this is what I'm doing, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's go. Unfortunately, this run quickly turned into a walk. My left Achilles is acting up. But while I'm here, let me answer the first question. How do you choose your first race? It's kind of a loaded question because it's going to really depend on you as an athlete. You have a couple options, the way I look at it. You can pick a race that's close to you, something within a couple hours of drive time. This way you're not spending too much on travel. Okay, save a little bit of money. You're not sure it's going to be a more than one event for you. Do something local. If you have something within probably about 4 to 5 hours of drive time, that's close enough. My first race, I drove 12 hours and I almost didn't go. There's a whole story behind Ironman North Carolina that I almost didn't go. But if that's what you're looking for, pick a race close by. You know the conditions. You can visit the area. You can train on the course or in that area. And it's helpful. Another option for choosing your first race is choosing something that suits your strengths. If you're a strong cyclist, maybe you can afford rolling hills or climbing. If you're a strong runner, maybe you want a fast course that you can just sprint, damn near sprint that marathon. Look at the courses, the course profiles, the elevation charts, and say, I'm weak in this area, I need help in this area, but I'm awesome in this area. And what race suits you the most, okay? I like to think I'm not a good swimmer. Coach Hale tells me I'm okay, I'm pretty good. So in Chattanooga, that river was amazing. The bike, I'm not incredibly strong, but I'm not weak. So the rolling hills were suitable. The run killed me. I'm not a strong runner, okay? Florida's run, if it wasn't for the heat, would have been awesome. So when I look at races, I say, I know what I'm weak at. I'm weak at running, especially in the heat. So I don't want a hot race for me. Unfortunately, I keep choosing hot races, but I want to get better at that. But I'm in this for the long haul. If your first race is something you're not sure you're gonna do a second race, pick a race based on the course profile that suits your strengths and helps your weaknesses. The last option, the last way you can look at races and say, this is a one and done for me. I want something memorable. Okay, maybe there's a race you've seen that has a lot of this prestige behind it. Lake Placid, Mont Tremblant, Coeur d'Alene, Ironman Nice, Ironman New Zealand, right? One of those races. And you say, man, this race just looks awesome. Looks like it'd be an amazing time for my only one. I want to do something that's gonna be awesome. Go for that one. Pick the course look at the course profile, make sure it suits you. And if that doesn't matter to you, then cool. Sign up and pick something like that. Me, I have a lot of bucket list races, but my focus is qualifying. Okay, so I'm not gonna pick my bucket list races right yet. Maybe on years that I'm not trying for that qualification, as hard, but they're definitely there, and they're on the future race schedule. But yeah, that's all. That's how I would choose my first race. I would probably choose the strength. I would look at my strengths, look at the course profiles, and say, this race suits me as an athlete. This is the one I want, and go for it. One of the things I'm looking forward to when I move is new running routes. I'm honestly tired of running this road. Notice there's no sidewalks. It's so unsafe. Very little light at night too. I'm looking forward to running on sidewalks for the first time in God knows how long, like consistently. Might be hot, but at least it'll be safer. All right, that run's done. Walk was done. 2.11 miles, 33:47. Horrible day, but you have them. At least it didn't happen during training. So I'm gonna go change my shirt real quick, grab a little bite to eat, and then I'm gonna head to the gym. It's back and biceps day. All right, so we made it to the gym. I'm not gonna record. It's pretty busy in here and a lot of people walking around, so I'm not gonna record anything today. But let me knock this out, and I'll come back in a little bit. Let me, get a clear space, get a good sweat building up, and I'll answer question number 2. So here's question number 2. Do I need a coach? This is kind of a double-sided question as well. If you are an endurance athlete, you've been a swimmer, you've done cycling, you've done running, you've run half marathons, you know about endurance, you could probably get away without having a coach. Now keep in mind, this is coming from a strength coach on a triathlon team, okay? I ran my first 2 Ironmans without a coach, right? Simple as that. So if you know anything about endurance or fitness, you could probably get away with not having a coach. However, if you want to be sure that you are going to complete the race, because remember, there are time limits. and you want to have somebody that puts all your training together for you and does everything race plan wise to help you get ready for that day, and you probably want a coach, not for nothing else, just to make sure that on your first and possibly only attempt, you cross the finish line. Because remember, there are checkpoints on all 3 legs. You have to hit certain checkpoints, otherwise you are done. The last thing I personally want is to start a race and get pulled off the course because I wasn't ready physically. Medical, injury, mechanical breakdowns, different story. But ability, I kind of take offense to that one. So would I recommend getting a coach? Always. But if you think you just want to finish and you think you can get there yourself, go for it. I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but I'm saying it'll help if you do have a coach. All right, back and biceps is done. While I'm in the car, headed home, let me talk about my training right now, what's going on. So this is my current training calendar. It's a Beachbody workout, Body Beast. It is absolutely a bodybuilding style workout. It's bodybuilding workout, okay? I'm going to the gym. You can do it at home. Doesn't really matter. However you want to do it. Since I got to train in my way, I'm going to be here for a minute. Also, in addition to Body Beast, kicking my ass in the weight room, I'm also trying to do 3 to 4 days of cardio, 30 to 60 minutes a day. Today was supposed to be a 30-minute run, turned into be like a 5-minute run and a 28-minute walk. Kind of pissed off about that, but I'll get cardio in a couple more times this week and I'll be okay. I'm not really going to stress it too much. That's the plan right now. I'm going to add a couple extra weeks into phase 2 just because I want to, I'm just stretching it out and I'm accounting for the move next week. I know I'm going to miss a couple workouts, so everything's going to be spread out and to do that. So that's my current training split. Right now I'm a weekend. I'm on day 2 of week 2, and this is my least favorite week of the training plan just because leg day is twice this week. I start it and end it. So I had leg day yesterday, and I'll have leg day again on Sunday when week 2 is over. So also, as far as weigh-ins go, I'm weighing in every Monday and Thursday. I'm doing twice a week just because I don't want to be married to the scale again where I'm doing it every day. I know weight fluctuation is going to happen, especially since I am using creatine for this round. So far, there's no bloating, which is good. So that means everything's working the way it's supposed to. I'm creatine, pre-workout, and protein are the only 3 supplements I'm using, and Shakeology, of course. So that's my training stack in addition to this. So I'm currently fasted. I had a Rice Krispie treat before the gym. I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a protein shake with creatine, and then after my 9 o'clock meeting, I'll have breakfast, which, again, my meals are almost basically the same. The only thing that varies is lunch and dinner. But yeah, so as far as training goes, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to have a whole lot of training videos because it is going to be kind of repetitive, and with the gym being super busy these days, I don't want to bring the camera and like spend more time setting it up than I do actually working out. So I'm trying to get in, get out, because these workouts are a bit longer. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and as soon as I get home, I'll talk about the final 3 tips. The 2 questions that Hayden asked, I still have to answer, and then the extra one that I'm just going to give you for free. Okay, so it's way late in the day, and I honestly forgot I was recording a video for this, but we're going to get back to those questions. So the 3rd question Hayden asked is, and this is a good one because I hear this question in more groups for triathlon than you can imagine. What do I need to splurge on? Now keep in mind, there's a difference between need and want, okay? Swim, nothing, don't have to splurge on anything. The bike is the most expensive leg. This bike here, or whatever bike you choose, is going to be your biggest expense, but that's not even what you need to splurge on, okay? If it's your first and possibly only triathlon, Ironman, etc., get a used bike. Find one from a buy and sell group on Facebook. Go to a local bike shop and see what they got used for sale. They're usually way cheaper than a brand new bike. Make sure it's your size, etc. Okay? Do you need all the gadgets? No, you don't need a power meter. You don't need a sensor, a cadence sensor. You don't need a bike computer. You don't even need a watch. Are they useful? Absolutely, they're useful. Okay, but you don't need them. Do you need an indoor trainer? A smart trainer? No. Are they useful? Yes, they are very helpful for training. Here's what I would say is your only must splurge item. Get your bike fitted. Spend the $200+ to a bike fitter to get the bike that you just purchased properly fit to you. It's going to help not only with your power output on the bike, but it's going to be for your comfort level so that when you get off the bike and go onto the run, your legs are not destroyed. So my bike fit, $200. I think it was like $205 for the bike fit, and it went down like angles and geometrical shit and all these other rulers, and we wrote down measurements of the handlebars and the seat height and the seat width and the crank length, and like I can't, where the seat's positioned back and forth, right? It's crazy involved. That's why it's expensive. But if you're gonna splurge on anything triathlon related, get a bike fit. All right, so the fourth question Hayden asked me was, what packages are worth signing up for when you're registering for a race? Now, again, this is totally gonna come down to what you want out of your experience. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my phone, I'm gonna sign up for a race without actually signing up for a race. And I'm gonna go over some of the packages and I'm gonna give you my opinions on what I think is worth it or not. So I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see what I'm doing on my phone. So, okay, so I'm gonna click on Chattanooga. Now, we are later in the game with Chattanooga. It's not a brand new, freshly opened up race, so the prices are gonna be a little bit inflated on some of the things. So if we go to race details and we wanna register, we can see general entry is $845 right now. I think it starts at like $750 or so, and then keep in mind, you're gonna have a ton of active fees, like for transaction fees, so it's like almost $100 extra you're gonna pay just to sign up for a race, even if you pick nothing. Okay, so we're gonna register now. $845, we're gonna click one person and continue. Now again, you can do relay with some of them. Not all Ironman races offer a relay. There is a relay option for Chattanooga. And then the foundation is if you're running for charity, $1,600, plus you have to raise money for it. So we're just gonna pick the general entry and hit continue. I'm already logged in, so that's good. So I'm registering for myself. I'm gonna skip over all the personal about me information. All right, so the first thing you come up to is with your classification, where are you racing? Usually it's age group, but if you're PC, physical challenge, disabled, handicapped, open, which is what it is, you select all that information. Medical information, cool. Privacy disclosures, awesome. Here are the additional offers. So, do you want access to Martin hydrogel information and fueling? They're going to spam you pretty badly. Like once every few days, they're going to send you another email, another update about their new products, etc. I would probably avoid that. So the next one, finisher picks. Here's the deal. You will, if it's your first race, your only race, you're probably going to want your finishers picks, but I wouldn't sign up for it to pay for it here. I would wait until you get your pictures. I paid for all of my pictures at Chattanooga, but I wanted to see if there were multiple that I liked. I think one picture at Finishers Picks is like $6, and if I saw at least 5 that I wanted, 5 or 6 that I wanted, I was gonna buy them all, because I think I paid $100 for all of my pictures, and I got hundreds of pictures. Vice, the $100 would have bought me like 10 pictures max. So Finishers Picks are good, but check them out. You can do that up until even after your race. Months after your race, you can go to Finisher Pick site and buy them. So I would say I don't want my race photos. I don't know what the Nirvana thing is. Travel services, I don't need to. If I'm doing a local race, even if I'm driving far or if I'm flying, I'm not going to have anybody ship my bike. Ironman Foundation, you can donate, you can not. Now you will have to buy a 1-day or an annual pass for USA Triathlon. That is just standard because you have to be a USA team member to race Ironman races. Finisher shirt, it comes standard. Now, here are the additional things. On-site graving for your medal. You can pay for it, $20, or you can do it on your own, or you can have, maybe somebody else is cheaper. I would probably avoid that. You don't need an extra pair of Hokas. You don't want to $100 for a Hypervolt, $150 for shoes. You can buy those whenever. You don't need to go through this. The Ironman photo pack, again, this is the $100 by Finisher Picks. This will sometimes have videos of you crossing certain checkpoints, and my dog is really starting to annoy me. Again, I would wait until you see what they have of you before you decide to buy. Extra Chattanooga backpack for $100 or $90. Again, you can buy them now, you can buy it later, you can buy it online anytime you want. Combo pack. This is the one with the digital photo and the video. Cool, $120. And then extra Ironman merch. Now here's your enhanced athlete experience, the Nirvana package, and it gives you a bunch of extra things. VIP shuttle. I mean, dude, you don't need that. If you want it, go for it. Pay the extra $600 and get that, or $150 and get that. Do you? Here's the other one, the race hotel. I'm not sure I would pay for the host hotel. I've had horrible experiences at host hotels. They're kind of like cheaper, and they're so close to the race. They're so packed. Here's the real. Here's my thoughts. Hotels on the night of a race suck. You can't control around you. You have people next door. Sometimes people on vacation. They're yelling. They're loud. The kids run up and down the hall. You get horrible sleep. You're going to get bad sleep anyway, but you don't want to make it worse by staying at a hotel. I always, from now on, will get an Airbnb at least 5 to 10 miles away from the race site. This way I'm secluded. I'm at my own thing. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and that's that. It's a little bit easier to get to. You might have to drive 5, 10, 15 minutes, but at least you know you're going to get your own bed, no one around you, no one banging, no one being loud. You get a kitchen, bathroom, shower, privacy. That's all worth it. And that's basically it. So you can pay for all these things, or you can not. It's not going to hurt my feelings, but again, it's all going to come down to what you want out of your race experience. Now, also, some of these, and it might be in the Nirvana package, where you pay extra and you can have a family member medal you at the finish line. Me personally, I'm not going to buy that until I qualify and race for the World Championship. Once I'm at the World Championship race that I qualified for, that's when I'm going to buy that one, because I want my wife and kids to medal me on the last Ironman distance race I'm going to try to be competitive in. But again, if it's your first and possibly your only one, might be something fun to have somebody special medal you at the end. Another way you can get around that is have somebody volunteer for the final, the finisher line, and then they might be able to, if they time it right, they can medal you. But then they got to keep on doing more people, so it's not like they get to walk out with you like your family would. So that's my opinion on all of on the options and the packages. You do what you want to do. You do what you feel like you need to do, and just that's that. So again, that's tip number 4. What's up, Bean? What's the matter, guys? The living room is all empty. We have all boxes. There's our kitchen table. Alright, so this is what we're living in now. We just split the couch. So now we're down to a 2-seat couch. We took the other 2 pieces in the garage. We got rid of our kitchen table. We got rid of the other one of those chairs that used to sit back there. We're getting rid of that one tomorrow. We are reducing the amount of furniture we are moving with. We're getting all new stuff when we get to Texas. I can't wait to show you guys that house. But here's my last tip. This is an extra tip. This is number 5. For your first and any Ironman. Okay, not any. For your first Ironman, whichever race you choose, however way you choose to race it, don't set a goal for yourself. Your job for your very first one, have fun and cross the finish line under 17 hours. That's it. If you do another one, you could try to get better. But your first goal of any Ironman, any race, any triathlon, marathon, half marathon, etc., finish the race smiling. That's it. You might be in pain, you might be sore, you might not feel good in your stomach, but you're gonna hit that finisher chute and you're gonna cross the line and you're gonna be ecstatic and full of emotion. Enjoy the process. The journey, the training, the race, everything is so emotional. Have fun and enjoy it. That's your 5th tip. That's a free one. That's that. So, I've got one more tip. This is kind of an extra. I just kind of thought of this one now as I'm recording this. If you have the means, and only if you have the means, and you're traveling for a race that's not local, maybe you chose a bucket list race overseas or across the country, there's a service called Tri-Bike Transport. Now, I've never used them, but I know people who have. What they do is they will take your bike from a local bike shop that you arrange a drop-off time, take it to the race, set it up for you. When you're done with the race, they take it out of transition, put it back in their transport vehicle, and bring it back to your house so that all you have to do is pick it up. It takes the ease out of worrying about driving across country or traveling overseas and worrying about your bike in a bike case. There's a downside to that though. You have to have the means to continue training, because depending on the race and how far away it is, it can take up to about 2 to 3 weeks before you get your bike. So if you're racing, when I was racing St. George, I couldn't use the service because I would have had to drop the bike off 2 to 2.5 weeks prior to the race, have them ship it, and then I wouldn't get it back for about 2 weeks. Well, what am I gonna do for the 2.5 weeks before the race? I gotta train. I still had rides to do, it was still peak week. So I couldn't necessarily use that service. But like I said, I know people who have, and it just takes it's one less thing to worry about. They take it and they bring it home for you. They bring it to the race, they bring it home. They're responsible for it in transport. They, take certain things off, put certain things back on. It's great. That's the free one. I would recommend them, only if you have the means to give up 2 weeks of training, or 2 to 3 weeks of training. So on that note, I'm gonna end this video now. I will see you in the next one. Say hi to Connie. She's over here packing the house.
Hi.
She's done probably about 80% of the packing, but she's done very little of the housework related to it because I've been taking up that slack. The give and take. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Hope it was helpful. If you want more content like this, 5 tips of any kind, comment below, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. The next one should be in Texas. See you later, guys.